Guys, and welcome to another video here on the channel. Uh, if you hadn't noticed, if you've been around my channel for a bit, um, I play a lot of mobile games. If you've not come by the Twitch stream or talked to me personally, or I mean definitely if you don't follow me on Twitter, you might not know it. I do play a lot of mobile games, and I figure I mostly upload a lot of summons for mostly Bleach and 7, but why not take a moment and just kind of show y'all what I got in my actual library of mobile games, what I play, and maybe what I have played, as you see that very big section there at the bottom currently. The main three games I play are Dissidia, Opera Omnia, Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and Bleach, Brave Souls. I love all three of these games. I will constantly say Opera Omnia is not a mobile game because it's just a regular like RPG that you can play on your phone, because stamina's not an issue. You can sit and play for like hours on end and you want, and it feels good. Feels like playing, to a certain extent, playing some old school, Japanese RPGs, JRPGs, but with a Dissidia style twist to it. If you played the fighting games, but or are they considered brawlers? Whatever. But I love that game, and I don't see myself not playing that game anytime in the future. As long as the game exists, as long as it gets support, I will probably still be playing Dissidia. It is a fun game. It is my favorite Final Fantasy mobile game I have on this list, and it's going to be hard to beat that as far as it comes to mobile games in general. It's no surprise to anyone, if you've watched any of my videos, that I do play Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, especially if you saw my rant video that I uploaded a couple days ago. This is, I love this game. I love Netmarble. I think Netmarble is up there as far as it comes from mobile gaming companies. I think for the most part they try to do a good job. A lot of the issues that I think Grand Cross Global has been because of lack of communication. I think Netmarble's biggest problem with Seven Deadly Sins has been communication primarily, and the lack of clarity in what they want to do. And sometimes it does make them seem very money hungry, grubby, and they probably are, especially the American side of things. But I think overall they do put out a great game. Seven Deadly Sins is a fun game gameplay wise. They treat most of the characters really well. Everything looks good. We have Ragnarok coming. I think overall, despite some shadiness, some scumminess that I think comes with most companies in general, not just game companies, I think it's still up there as far as mobile game companies go. Bleach, love the manga, the anime, and this game is blast. As of recording, Bleach just launched its new arena mode, which I have yet to actually get to play, and I'm going to hopefully be playing it soon. I might even stream some of it sometime soon in the future, but I love the game. I love the source material, and I love a lot of the original characters that come into Bleach from the light novels, from Tite Kubo himself, helping design characters and use designs for characters that he didn't actually get to use in his series. I think those are all really cool, and I think that alone makes the game really fun. Not to mention, it is just a fun game. It's not a difficult game. If you play a game and you want challenge in your game, there's not a whole lot of challenge in anything in Brave Souls, but it is fun. And that's why it's one of my three main games. It's a lot of fun. I had a rocky start with the game, but where it is now, it's a good game, and I enjoy playing it legitimately, and we'll probably continue to play it for the foreseeable future. And then you have my library there, that little section of games are all games that I have downloaded. Well, I don't have Granblue Fantasy downloaded, I play it through my browser on my phone, but I have the game, I play the game along with all those games there, but those playing them is more I'll log in, collect some rewards, maybe play a little bit here and there. The game up here that's gotten the most actual play would be, it probably would be Exos right now. I am enjoying Exos a lot as it's doing the countdown to their 4th season, so my interest is there at the moment, and I have been playing it a decent bit. And I think it's a fun game. I think all of those are good games in their own, way. And if I had any quip with anything on this list of the library games. It would be with the My Hero game. I'm hoping the developers there step up their game. Otherwise, the game will fall very quick. And I will say among those there, it gets the least playtime, mostly because just the playstyle of the game I like. It's good. I don't particularly like this playstyle on a mobile platform. Now, if you move down to the next tier, it says PC games, because these are technically mobile titles, but I play them from my computer because you can download a mobile client for them. You can do that with Bleach as well, but I just haven't felt like doing it. If My Hero were something I could download on a mobile client and play with a mouse and keyboard, or even just play with a controller plugged in, I think I would enjoy that game way, way more, and would probably be incentivized to play more than I do, really. But yeah, that's those two rows, really. Library games are games that I have downloaded that I mostly just log into. Some of them I do play right now. I've been playing a lot of Exos, so there's that. PC games are games that are on my PC, you know, pretty straightforward. They are technically mobile games, so that's why they're there. Of those three, Shadowverse is fairly new, and I'm slowly sinking into addiction there. And I've been playing a lot of Honkai, and I think playing Honkai gives me a lot of hope for what Genshin will be like the older it gets. And I do really enjoy Genshin already, so thumbs up for me on that. I did an upcoming and watching kind of thing for games that are about to come out or coming out, or just games that I'm keeping an eye on because they look interesting. Diablo Immortal, I think, is what they're naming the mobile game. I'm a huge Diablo fan. Like, I'm unabashedly a massive Diablo fan. And even though I'm not the hugest fan of Blizzard as a company right now, I don't think most people are, I do love Diablo, and that is a series I will always give a shot no matter what the title looks like. Same way I used to be with Kingdom Hearts, but that's a different story. And then there's a new Slime mobile game and a new Jujutsu Kaisen mobile game on the horizon. The Slime game is made by the people that made Danmachi, which you also see on the list there. And Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't think that company has any notable games in their repertoire, but both are IPs that I absolutely love, and I will definitely be keeping an eye on the mobile games, especially Slime, because it looks like it's going to be a very fun game. Every Final Fantasy fan knows about Ever Crisis and First Soldier coming out. First Soldier, I feel like, because I've watched some gameplay of some people who've been able to post some beta play or got a trial version they got their hands on or whatever, and were able to post videos on it. First Soldier looks like a lot of fun, and man, do I want to play it, but I feel like it's going to fall under the same boat that My Hero does, where as good as the game might be, as much as I might enjoy it, it's something I'd rather have with a controller or a mouse and keyboard way, way more than on my phone. That doesn't mean I'm not going to give it a shot and I'm not going to play it, because it genuinely does look fun, and who knows, maybe they do the control so well that it's a negligible issue. Ever Crisis, of course, again, I'm a Final Fantasy nerd, and I just saw Final Fantasy in the title and was like, heck yeah, I'll experience Final Fantasy VII for the umpteenth time. No big deal. Who doesn't love Final Fantasy VII? Ni no Kuni, the subtitle is like Crossing Worlds or Cross Worlds or something like that. Can't ever remember. It's Ni no Kuni. I like Ni no Kuni, and I, heard about it very, very recently. And I think it's already released in Japan and Korea and China, so we're just waiting to see if we get a global version of it, or I think there might have been an announcement about that recently. I'm not sure. But it's a Ni no Kuni. I like Ni no Kuni, so I'm keeping my eye on it because it could be fun. At the very least, the story is going to be interesting, so maybe that'll be enough to keep me going. And then Nier Reincarnation. I'm not real deep into Nier. I've never played any of the main titles, but I have watched playthroughs of a lot of them. I want to play Nier Automata. I want to play the remake of the PS3 one that just came out that I can't remember the name to. Game series that I would definitely like to try and I haven't got to try. And there's one coming to mobile, and the little bit I've seen of it makes it look like it might be actually a fun game, so I will continue to keep my eye on that. Those are the main games though. That's pretty much everything. Right there in this big block here at the bottom, you might see is a bunch of older games that I at one point or another played, downloaded, and had some kind of, I guess, impact. Record Keeper was definitely the first of any of the games here you see, and what opened me to being willing to try mobile games as a thing. And I played Record Keeper for so long. I think, how old is Record Keeper now? It's 7 years old, and I had to have played it close to 5, I think, somewhere between 3 and 5 years, depending on how old the game actually is. But I played it so much, and the only reason I stopped playing is because the direction the gameplay went. Honestly, I didn't like the picking an element and you have to build around that element, opposed from characters. Like, if you picked a character, you're essentially picking that element and not the character. You have to build around that to do most of the harder and more challenging content. Sorry about that. I had to catch my breath. Hiccup. Yeah, but because of the more challenging content being, based around picking that element and not so much the character, it kind of pushed me away. Like, in comparison to Opera Omnia, you can pick a character and you can build around that character, and you can build a team of however you want, just like you can in Record Keeper, but I feel like your options are less strict in Opera Omnia to Record Keeper. Record Keeper plays a lot on synergy, and Opera Omnia you can build without synergy and the team will still work. Obviously you still want synergy, but the synergy is, I feel, less strict than what it is as Record Keeper. Record Keeper just focused way too much on elements as a team thing, and I like building an elemental team and stuff. It's what I did before it was a thing in Record Keeper, but I did it because that sounded fun and not because it was what I had to do. Now it feels like that's how you have to play. And maybe that's a little different now because it has been a little while since I played, but that's what it felt like when I was playing it last. So I stopped playing it and haven't really looked back at it. But I still follow the Reddit, I still follow the Twitter, I still see new stuff coming, and to those who still play it, I say, rock on, keep enjoying a game, because despite my own issues with Record Keeper, maybe because Opera Omnia stole a lot of my love that was Record Keeper, it could even be, I think, still a good game, and I think people should keep playing it, keep enjoying it. Skipping Claudia for a second, say Fate Grand Order. That was the one that really opened me to gacha, and unfortunately the one that opened my wallet for the first time, and created a major addiction and problem. I need help. I love Fate as a franchise. I love the characters, and Grand Order has a really good story as far as I'm concerned, and that's one of its main takeaways for me. But unfortunately, it hasn't aged well, and the company's not very friendly to its player base. To elaborate on this in a strange sort of way, recently, as I'm recording this video, Berserker Arjuna, God Arjuna, Arjuna Alter, whatever name you want to use him for, just came out on in Grand Order, and that was one of the characters I was really looking forward to back when I was playing, and so I decided I'd re-download the game, see if I can't throw a couple pulls at it and see if I can even get him. I re-download the game, I reconnect my account, open the game. I have about 120 quartz, and I throw those at Arjuna. Did not get him. The rates still suck, but I realized that's probably never going to change. But it wasn't until that second day when I logged back in I realized, oh, hold on, I haven't played in over a year, and there's no returner bonus or anything like that, and that felt kind of sad, because most games, like, if you stop playing them for like a month, you come back and they're like, hey, we see you haven't played in a while, let's give you a bunch of free stuff to encourage you to keep playing so you don't stop again, or anything like that. And Fate didn't do that, and I'm just like, that's kind of sad, like, honestly. Yeah, there was a bunch of backlog, like maintenance quartz and stuff I picked up, which is how I had the 120. but that was just a little bit stacked onto what I already had, and yeah, it was. I don't think it dated well. I think the more I play other mobile games, the less entranced, I guess you could say, I am with Grand Order as a game. I think the model's old. I think they need to really update it to a modern uh, playstyle. Not even so much changing gameplay, but just the way they treat the customers and they handle rewards and handle anything like that. Like I said, I want to enjoy Grand Order. I want to download it and keep playing it because I want to keep experiencing the story that I really really enjoyed. But I'm so disenchanted, so disillusioned with it. I don't see it happening, and I'll just probably keep following it on YouTube and other places on the internet to see how the Lost Belts play out and where it goes after it finishes the Lost Belts. So I don't foresee myself playing that again anytime soon, or anytime in the immediate future at the very least. And Last Claudia is a game I would still be playing to this day if I hadn't lost my original account. I don't know how I lost it, but for the life of me I can't seem to recover it or find it, so starting over from zero was not an appealing thought. So I don't see myself playing that anytime soon. Maybe I'll, download the game at some point. Maybe I'll wait for some kind of amazing festival or something when I see it happens on Reddit or on Twitter, and I'll download it again and give it another go. But starting back over is a daunting thing, is the word I'm going to use. So I don't know about Last Claudia. I think it's a fun game. I think it's a great game, and I would like to still be playing it. Honestly, I enjoyed the gameplay aspects, the design. Super fun game, especially if you're a fan of JRPGs. So if I were to talk about any of the other ones, Brave Exvius is a game where there's a story that I wanted to enjoy more. I wanted to play more, but the gameplay, the powering up, it was all just way too rough for me. I was like, nah, this isn't gonna work. This is too grindy. This isn't fun. This is, yeah. And then I wasn't the hugest fan of the gameplay itself, but it wasn't terrible. Mobius was fun. I liked Mobius, and I was sad to hear it got shut down. So, unfortunate. And I wish I had got to play it more, but I couldn't tell you why I ever stopped, but I did. Tales of Krystoria. Great story, very Tales-esque, and I enjoy that. Like, the game does a very good job of making it feel like a Tales of game, and I think that alone speaks a lot for how the game plays. I only stopped just because at the time I was playing way too many, and honestly, looking at that library there, I still play too many, and I just had to cut. And as much as I enjoyed it, I just wasn't playing it enough. I will eventually go back to it because this game still isn't actually deleted from my phone. It's just I don't log in, I don't do anything with it. So I will eventually go back to it and play through the story because it was enjoyable. Ninth Chronicle was my introduction to Netmarble, and I played that a lot when its global version launched, and was doing very good at the time. And then I stopped, came back for the Fairy Tail collab, got the Fairy Tail characters, and then haven't touched it since, I don't think. But I still think it's a good game. I know it's got like some kind of big celebration going on as of this recording, so good game there. If you play it, good job, good on you. Like I said, I like Netmarble, and as a game company, I'm always a fan to support them. I mean, that's another reason I was also excited about Ni no Kuni, as you can see, Netmarble. So I was like, okay, good company, let's see what we do. Lord of Heroes, I played when it came out, and honestly, I saw potential in the game, and like Krystoria, I didn't delete it from my phone, and I hope to come back to it in, like a year and see how it may have improved. Hopefully well. I don't know, I haven't been following it, I haven't been seeing much. I did enjoy the game though, so I just thought it could use some polishing, and hopefully it gets that polish and thrives. In all honesty, if it gets that polish, if it does thrive, it might actually knock King's Raid out of the games I play. So, Arknights, I love the character designs, but Tower Defense, just, I don't I can't sit there and play tower defense long, unfortunately. As much as I love the game, as much as I love the characters, that's just not a genre of game I can sit there and play for a long time. And then that's really it for most of these games. I don't have a lot to say about most of the other ones that are on here as far as like the older games go. I think I enjoyed most of them at one point or another. For the most part, I think if there were any standout exclusions from that, Sin No Alice was an immediate delete. Did not like it. One Piece Treasure Cruise, as much as I like the IP, the game I did not enjoy. The Naruto game there, that's I don't remember which one that is, but did not enjoy it at all, so dropped it. Raid Shadow Legends actually had potential to be fun when I tried it for a friend who was doing a partnership with them for a thing, but I enjoyed the gameplay, but unfortunately the way the powering up system and all that worked, I was just like, nah, this isn't for me. So, and I don't have any personal connection to Disc yet. I haven't played any of the games as of this point, but I plan to. But I downloaded the game, played it for a little bit, and then stopped, mostly because I just had no pre-existing connection with the series. So, but yeah, that's about all I'm going to say for most of those. I do have these last like grouping down here of games that I downloaded. Tau Lost World, Princess Connect Redive, Illusion Connect, Destiny Child, and Crossing Void. Were all games that I downloaded and never actually got around to playing, unfortunately. Some of them I might still go back and play, most notably Reconnect, just because I love the art style that it uses, so I might go back to that at some point. We will see. And yeah, but that's my gaming library. I figured I'd show it off just to kind of show what games I play as far as mobile goes, and see what somebody might be interested to see something on. And those first three, the current main games, are games you can catch me playing over on Twitch when I stream. So remember, twitch.tv/ArchangelGN2, the little thing down in the corner where my Facebook and Twitter and stuff is actually lying about my Twitch. My Twitch is ArchangelGN2, but that's going to be below the video, so you can always get the link there, so don't worry about that. But that being said, hopefully you'll see some more summons. We got Purgatory Bond, I think, next week on 7 Deadly Sins. We got Anniversary next month on Bleach Brave Souls. And Upper Omnia does have, as was just confirmed yesterday, a burst will be releasing for my boy Locke. So I hope to have some gems saved up when that comes to Global to dive in on that. And yeah, we can keep watching those games on the watch list. If they're good, you'll see something from them here maybe. And if First Soldier goes to PC, I might be streaming that a decent bit, because I think I might be able to have fun with that. That being said, what mobile games do you play? And do we share any in common? And yeah, with that, I do wish you luck on any of your gacha pulls, because that is the way of mobile games. And I will see you all in the next video or over on twitch.tv/ArchangelGN2. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day, nice night, nice evening, whatever it is for you. Arigatou gozaimasu for sitting through this all. See you next time. Peace.